Hey guys, welcome to Waste Not Wednesday. We go live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time to make over junk, use trash, and turn it into home decor. Today we're doing thrift flips because we missed out on Paint-A-Palooza yesterday, and we have some projects that we need to get finished for the shop, and then just some that we thought we would get caught up on. I'm going to be working on painting metal trays and a Lazy Susan, and Zeb's got a fun book box and some candlestick projects.
I'm going to adjust the camera so that we can actually see some stuff.
So I want to show you, these are stainless steel. This is how shiny they were. You see how shiny they are? I don't always use primer when I do tarnished silver, but this is like crazy shiny and I didn't want to fight with it. So I've got 2 coats of Salvation Solution. I prepped them. Are you guys impressed? They're already dry. And then this was tarnished silver. It wasn't as shiny and I wouldn't have normally primed it, because you don't have to, but since I had the primer out, I went ahead and primed this one too. So I'm going to get started with crockery on these. Originally, I thought about removing these seashells, but when I looked on how they were riveted, I decided that would be a really difficult job and maybe make it worse. So I'm going to do crockery, transfer, and then we'll do dark wax on these seashells. I think the reason why I didn't like them is because they were, I don't know if you can see here, they were like a super, super shiny gold, and I just didn't like that. So I'm going to get going.
I feel like we're super zoomed in today, but this is what we're going with.
Were you going to use this paint?
I was just stirring it for you.
Oh, okay.
Shaking it up, giving it a good shake in the morning.
You should stir, not shake. If you shake, you get bubbles.
It's true.
All right, I'm going to get going. You can tell them what you're doing.
So I have this big book box that we picked up. Was this from the bins or?
No, I think I thrifted that.
So I'm going to paint the outside so that all this stuff's not coming through. And then I have kind of this medium-sized paper that we've got, and it has a little tear in it, and so it was a little wrinkled too, so I just wrinkled it even more. We're gonna go for like an old fun wrinkly decoupage look, because I typically go for smooth, so we're gonna try this out. I've seen some people, they just wad up their decoupage and then they decoupage it. It gives kind of a cool effect, so we're gonna try it since I already had some blemishes in this paper anyway.
All these trays and the bunnies are sold, but the book box, the set of 3 candlesticks, and the Lazy Susan I'm going to be working on were available when I pulled them this morning. So those are all on Thrift Finds and Thrift Flips at JamieRayVintage.com. And you can get all the paint products, including the Salvation Solution and Cottage Color and everything, also at JamieRayVintage.com. Caitlin's on here dropping links.
And if I get a half a minute, I might fix the bottom of this candlestick and paint these. We'll see. The book box might take me the whole time. Yeah,
yesterday we did a little video for channel membership, and it took us the whole time to do. You did 2 candlesticks, and I did like 2 cutting boards, and that was it. I'm getting over a cold, but I am actually even better than I was yesterday. I'm still kind of nasally, but much better. Zeb shared his cold with me.
That's what I do.
I didn't run fevers. Zeb did, but I feel like 2 people can have the same virus and have different symptoms. I very seldom, like if I run a fever, then I'm probably dying. I'm always cold, so maybe that's why I don't run fevers. I don't know. I run colder normally anyways.
All right, Salvation Solution is going to give me a good white base. If you want your decoupage to be brighter and more true to the color that it is, do a white background. If you want it to be moodier or darker, or take on, because when you get it wet, some of that's going to shine through the lighter areas, and so we don't want any of these florals to come through.
And I'm not painting the back side of these trays. If I happen to get any paint where I don't want it, I'll come back with a magic eraser later and clean up the back side. Try not to get paint on my undershirt. My undershirt's like my Lululemon base layer. I thrifted it, and then but I paid I got secondhand. I shouldn't say I thrifted it. This sweater I think I thrifted, and it might have been $3 or $4 at Goodwill. So if I get paint on it, this sweater's not a big deal.
Yeah, but can you replace it for $3 or $4?
No, but I'm not like, am I going to go naked if I get paint on it? Also, no.
That's what I always tell the kids. I'm like, just because we got it for super cheap or on sale doesn't mean we can replace it for that. So take care of it.
I am wearing some Black Friday Lululemon leggings that I really don't want to get paint on. But my trick for if you get paint on black is just to take a Sharpie and paint over it with a Sharpie. I have done that. That's why black is the best color, because then you can just use the black Sharpie and done. It's an exact match. All my Black Friday orders have been slowly piling in, and I'm like, I don't remember buying this. Was I awake when I bought this?
Oh, no.
I know. We are starting to ship out. Finally, Black Friday orders we got through. We got all the way caught up with the previous to Black Friday orders. And Deb and I were in there this morning working before everybody else got in there. And we have moved on to Black Friday. So they are making progress. Just know that it's going to take us at least to the end of this week, beginning of next week, to get through Black Friday, Cyber Monday orders. There's just a lot. I think we're down to, let's see, how many orders are we down to? I know we were down to like,
thank you all for ordering.
851 orders.
It was a great Black Friday for us.
It was, yeah, record breaking. It was awesome. We've got employees coming in extra shifts. Starting tomorrow, we will have people working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then we're going to do double shifts on Saturdays when we usually only have single shift. And then Deb and I will come in. I need a drink of water. I got a catch in my throat.
Put my hand right in that. Trying to hold this still so I could paint the lip of this. I don't know how crazy I'm going to get. I might paint over this leafing. It's just paper that's been printed out.
Any new quilt from your trip? So I talked about Arizona. We got, if you watched the video that we put up Monday, we found 3-piece quilts. They're all handmade, and they're actually all, they don't look like they were ever used. So they're handmade. I don't know how old they are, but they're like new, because they even had like kind of the loose threads, you know, from quilting, and no fading at all. 3 really nice quilts. So definitely check out Monday's video. Those will be up on Saturday's thrift haul. And then we got an amazing granny square Afghan that has a zigzag edge on it, and that's really fun. It's one of the nicer ones that we found. So we found 4. We thrifted literally what, like 20 minutes?
Oh, maybe that.
In 20 minutes at Goodwill, we found amazing quilts. We found a
filled the whole cart up.
It's probably worth, like, I'm guessing somewhere around $100. It's like a cloche for a platter, but it's old. We think it might be pewter.
It's very
soft.
very
soft metal. I need to do some research, but you can tell from the construction that it's not modern. It's super early vintage or possibly antique. But yeah, I was really shocked at the, like, quickly 20 minutes, we like in and out of there, found a lot of stuff while we were in Arizona. So
well, we had to get back and cook turkeys.
Yeah, we had things to do, man, but we couldn't go without thrifting.
It was Black Friday, but Jamie's family, we actually did not have a Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, even though we had 2 Thanksgiving dinners that week. Last week we went to Italian for dinner that night, and was awesome. Took a bunch of family out, but we and that wasn't until like 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, so Thursday was kind of chill. We just set up a bunch of tables and
pies.
stuff, and Jamie made baked pies. I hung some barn doors that needed to be hung because my brother-in-law just had back surgery, and they didn't get it done before, and so they're just big holes where the doors were. So we hung those. What else did we do? I don't know. It was a busy day.
We did a little bit of Black Friday shopping, but maybe like an hour. I think we just went to Shields, didn't we?
No, that was.
Oh no, that was
Saturday.
No, we went to the mall. But then I had to go to Costco and get stuff for Fridays, because Friday we did Thanksgiving with my sister's in-laws.
Jack and I went to Dick's, didn't find anything but socks.
Yeah. I went to Victoria's Secret and got bras. That's very exciting, but I don't want to say I'm cheap. I'm economically minded, and I just have it in me that I just get 2 new ones every year, and I just wait till Black Friday. And then I also get, they always do, if you spend $150, you get a blanket and a tote bag. And lucky for me, I have 2 girls, so I stock up for them too. And then we got some matching sweatsuits, so we were able to get a bunch of free stuff from them too. So 40% off plus blankets and tote bags that we probably didn't need, but they were cute. So it was good.
And you got a jacket.
Yes, and I got a coat, but it's cropped, so I'm still looking for a big long one too. But
it's good for wearing with overalls, ski bibs.
do you need the Heimlich? I don't think I need the Heimlich maneuver.
Oh, there it's zoomed out. I don't know what was going on with the camera, but
we actually probably need to zoom in a little bit. This is a little bigger than square than we usually do. Megan says, I can't remember the last time I went to a mall. And when I say mall, it was like one of those outdoor malls that we went to, you know, like almost like a outlet mall, but it wasn't an outlet mall. In Arizona, they have outdoor malls, pretty common. We have some here too, which is surprising because it's very cold in the winter.
It's kind of like a strip mall, but more condensed.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of that kind of shopping very often. I pretty much order everything or buy it at the thrift store or Costco or Sam's Club.
So this doesn't need to be perfect. I just want to get it white. I'm only going to do one coat because we're going to put the decoupage paper over the top. And I'm just getting it dry now so that I can come through and flip it and paint the other side.
I need this brush.
And this is Salvation Solution. This is a white primer because it's what I had and Jamie's using it. And so we're just going to get one brush dirty.
So these Zebra medium brushes, we did sell out everything that Zebra had. And so we bought everything they had and then we sold out. So until they restock, we won't be able to get more of them. I think they're going to be very popular.
It's something that they are, it's like in their product line. It wasn't just for
Black it'll Friday. Come back.
They just weren't, they were very popular. They weren't expecting
But their products are not made in the USA. So I don't know what kind of lead time they need to get them ordered in. I mean, I have no idea. We're not as tied to Zebra as we are to like the rest of the
well, they're a small company, but they're a little bigger than, I mean, they sell on a lot of different platforms. So they're a little larger than.
Yeah, they are a fun company. We did a podcast with them.
Yeah.
We actually were one of their like platinum retailers for a while. We probably should start using their products more so that way we'll sell more because they are a good middle of the road brush. They're not high end like Klingon, but they also don't have the Klingon price. And they are a good brush. And they come with, they have a bunch of different ones. We still have some of the artist sets, not the artist sets, the furniture painter sets where you can get a set of 4. I think those are still in stock.
Those are good brushes like these ones for larger home decor, furniture, even like walls, cutting trim. They're just good all around brushes.
Wendy says the cloche we got is for meat and food. You can see them in pics of the 19th century. Yeah. So in the 1800s, they were really popular. We got some more modern stainless steel ones while we were in England, but I'm pretty sure this one is older than the ones we found in England.
It's very soft. Like I can literally push the dents out of it with my thumb and it doesn't like pop or bend. It just kind of goes back into place.
Yeah. Somebody asked quilt prices. They'll probably range from like $69, $79, probably up to $99-ish, depending on size. I haven't checked. I think 2 are twins. One
depending
is
on size, age, condition. They usually, I mean, I think the most we've ever sold a quilt is about 200. So.
Yeah.
And that was like a big really king size piece.
No, I don't think it wasn't
old.
You don't get king size in old ones. They didn't make them that big.
It's hard to say what size. They're like whatever fabric they had, they made it until they ran out of fabric.
Yeah. Back in the day, they did the cloche have dents? Oh yeah, it was dented all over. Zeb was trying to pop them out.
I'll get more out.
But that's how we know how soft the metal is. It's not sterling because it's not stamped.
No. If it was sterling, it's very
sterling,
big and
it would be the best thing ever.
I'd go just take that to some. Probably a jeweler.
If anybody has,
how much you want this for? Because they're gonna smelt it down and make it into hundreds of pieces of jewelry because it's big.
I need a artist, like somebody that can verify art here in the States, preferably in Utah. That's what I'm doing next. I need to probably stir this up. It seems a little slimy. If your cottage color ever seems like slimy and a weird texture, it's probably just not mixed well enough.
Well, and you got the smallest brush.
Well, I needed to cut around the edge.
Oh, gotcha.
And this is going to have a little texture to it anyways because that primer is not self-leveling. That's for sure. If you want like a primer that isn't as thick, then just use the clear. The white is not, it's thicker, more textured primer. It's like grippy. Okay, I'm gonna stir that some more. Zeb, there's a thing that says allow Google Chrome to find devices on local
Say
networks.
yes.
Okay. It could be
Otherwise-
tin or copper. It's not copper because it's not copper. And I don't think tin.
It's softer than most copper.
Yeah.
I could go grab it and show you.
Says
but
you
it's
are frozen. Are we frozen, Caitlin?
We're not frozen because it would freeze right here if we were. I'm
Not
moving right
always.
now in real time. Maybe it was a minute ago.
I don't know.
Who else? Is anyone else saying we're frozen or just one person?
Just one person. Caitlin hasn't texted. No freeze. Okay. Thanks, Caitlin. Betsy, if you can hear us, maybe hop out and hop back in. It might be the internet on your end. I need to stir this up some more. What happens with cottage color is the sealer rises to the top and the paint pigments and thickness rise to the bottom. So if it goes on slimy, you know you haven't mixed it well enough. This is much better consistency. Oh, it was frozen a little bit in the beginning, so she might have been behind.
Oh.
Lately, I feel like all the platforms have been dramatic. Like we were having struggles with channel membership a few weeks ago.
Yeah, yesterday went fine.
Yesterday went fine, but we didn't leave it hanging too long. We might have to start using StreamYard for channel membership. If we did that, then could it be a pewter mix? Maybe.
Yeah.
You mean like the Revere? Is it
Like the Armatel or whatever.
Armatel? Yeah, Wilton.
But it still seems even softer than that. Like it's just crazy how soft it is. So I don't know. It's probably pewter.
All right, I'm
But
gonna.
that's just been polished because you can polish pewter pretty high sheen.
It could be. Could it be zinc
Oh, maybe, but zinc
or nickel?
Zinc tends to be more like tin, and so does nickel.
Oh, okay. Tell us more about your trip. We took the camper. We really didn't do a whole lot. Like we took the camper. We helped my sister. We ate a lot of food.
We put on 2 Thanksgiving dinners.
Zeb went rabbit hunting because my sister has it's
an infestation.
It's an infestation. Like they're eating everything and they're like having mice. She has a ton of these tiny little rabbits and they are not stopping breeding. And so we got some dog treats because Zeb's gonna turn it into dog treats for my pups. Not that many, I think 6 rabbits. And then what else do? We had lots and lots of families. The first time, I don't even know, maybe 20 years that we've had me and all my sisters together for Thanksgiving with their kids. And we were only missing 4 grandchildren and their families. Each of us girls had 1 grandchild that wasn't there because they lived out of state. So that was really fun to get everybody together. My mom really enjoyed seeing everybody. And we took our camper down. Zeb's new 1-ton Ford performed like a boss. Didn't give us any fits. We slept in the camper, which was nice. My sister has 4 bedrooms, but she only has 2 bedrooms with beds, and one of them's like a twin size. So we just decided to bring our camper so we didn't overwhelm her. My mom stayed in her guest room. Odelia stayed in the twin room. Redrick actually
he
slept
opted
on the
to pass
couch.
out
My
on the
sister
couch.
has a bomb couch. She has this couch that everybody fights over. They want to nap on and sleep on. He slept on that, and then Eliza and Jack slept in the camper with us. Our bed in the camper is super comfy. It's almost as comfy as our bed at home. The only difference is it's not a king. So
it's basically just like a memory foam bed.
I
That's
got like
queen size.
Here in this, I need to fix. It's a great bed. Leslie, I'm glad you put the 16th on your calendar. We also already have the dates for channel membership for January. It's going to be January 6th and January 20th, if you want to put that on your calendar. So we will not have any channel membership the 23rd or 30th of December because there's 5 Tuesdays and we only do 2. So we're getting our channel memberships knocked out the beginning of this month because the end of the month we're going to be out of town and a lot of people are out of town. Oh, yes. Karen did have 2 kids missing, but Ryan came the day before, so I did see her. I forgot that Ryan wasn't there. She came for the Thanksgiving before. Okay. We did not make rabbit stew or dumplings.
Nope. We could. The
We had
trouble
plenty
is
of
it's
food.
pretty warm in Arizona, so they still have whatever they're going to have in the summertime. And so you got to get them up to about 160 degrees.
Yeah, so we're just going to make dog food.
Cooking wise. So
you basically have to overcook them to make sure they're safe until it starts freezing, because then when they're freezing, the things that you don't want to eat from the summer are gone.
they live in the dirt. They have ticks and fleas and parasites and
things.
Okay.
How long are we going to be in California? We'll be in California from Sunday
to Sunday,
to Sunday on Christmas
so
week.
7 days.
7 days.
2 days of driving. It's a 10-hour drive there.
Yeah.
Okay. Liquid patina. It's our favorite decoupage medium. We've tried a ton, and it just works. It works with the medium papers. It works with the A4 papers. We've even done like poster board with it.
And we for sure will see Debbie. There'll be some filming while we're in California. We won't be doing any public events or get-togethers. It's just a trip for our family.
It's not necessarily a work trip. Will we thrift over there? Probably.
Yeah.
We do it for fun. So, and
my
kids all
like
love
to go to Kobe's and whatnot, but we're not doing any like meet and greets or events or anything. Because my mom just really wants to go to San Diego, and that's the main reason we're going. All right, I think I got enough coverage here. She always wants to come, but we're always going for work. And that's
to be real honest, she's running out of trips.
Yeah.
She can't travel well anymore. It's hard on her. She basically has to fast the day before and the day we leave and while we're driving, because she just, old people problems. She's
old people problems.
She's 80. Well, it could be young people problems too. I've suffered from issues. But she's 86 and it's just tough on her. So, and she wants to go to San Diego, and she wanted
You're
to
dripping
go,
at the top of your book.
She wanted to go down. Luckily, this dries
dripped
clear.
On the gold.
Oh, that's okay. I'm probably
We're taking my mama to the beach.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
And we got a comfy house, the Airbnb for her to stay in.
Yeah,
if
we're
she's
staying
not
right
feeling
on
like,
the.
if she doesn't feel like doing anything.
Yeah, the condo is right on the, like, you don't have to go across the street or anything. Is
it the same ones we've been staying
No,
in?
it's downtown. It's the first set. You know how you go?
Yeah.
It's a different condo set, but it's still that same area. We do have to take her up and downstairs, but Zeb will carry her upstairs if she has to. She only weighs 90 pounds.
Yeah, she's
tiny.
She's not even 2 bags of chicken feed.
She's not. I love that you're comparing my mom to chicken feed.
Well, I know how much chicken feed I can carry.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
We got her covered.
It's the farm boy in you. I just keep finding these little spots where I like have a little bit of primer peeking through.
All right, so where that was torn, that just pulled right down onto the thing, and you can't even really tell. It just looks like maybe a scratch. And I've got all these other wrinkles in here from crinkling it up. I think it's going to be fun. I'm leaving a little over the edges because I might try to decoupage on the lip once we get it dry on the main part here. It's when you got rounded surfaces and flat surfaces and different things and angles going on, you got to kind of just work with it as you go. So we're going to do another good heavy coat over the top of this. The trouble with decoupaging in the winter is I can't set it outside and have it be dry in 2 minutes.
That's why I got you a separate project.
So hopefully we'll get this dry enough. I can do some finish work, maybe some waxing.
Yeah, we love Del Mar. We actually really love Rancho Santa Fe. Like if our 40 acres ever winds up being worth what we hope it's going to be worth when the town gets out to that part of Cedar Fort, then we'd like to sell it and buy some property in the Rancho Santa Fe area.
I don't think I could ever run a business in California At least not with a lot of their current small business laws and regulations.
They just got they got things I would never think about. Debbie will tell me that she's got to do this, that. It's not even that. It's like city ordinances and crap and permit laws. And I'm like, oh, wow, that is not Lehigh. Like, we're just spoiled. It's not that you can't do business with it. It's just a lot to keep in mind. And
it just seems like a lot of extra and overhead and unnecessary things.
I feel like it's
a lot of hand holding from the government.
Yeah, I think they need to do a big overhaul of like common sense, like legislation and regulations and stuff. I think it would be super helpful to business because I do think that there are things that need to be done for the greater good. I'm not like the government should never do anything, but I just feel like they could make more sense of things. That's all I'm saying. And we're not talking about it anymore because we don't need.
I was just going to say there's a lot of people that figure it out and do a lot of really good business over there.
Yeah.
It's just more hoops than I want to jump through at this stage since we're already set up here. And there's a reason California is huge and has the booming population.
They have a lot of small business. I'm just not sure that all those small businesses are following all the regulations. They're just hoping they don't get caught because it seems prohibitive. So I'm just throwing that out there. All right.
I decided to just paper cut this. We'll see what the edges look like because I need to flip it and I can't with this loose bit on here.
I really want those to cool down before I put transfers. So I'm going to work on second coating these. Sorry, winter time. Wait, it's not Wednesday in Paint and Blues. There's a lot of heat gun.
So that's what we call a wet cut. I just kind of tore it along the edge there.
Northern California is beautiful, Lisa. We have looked at property also on the Northern California, Oregon border.
Not quite up to Oregon, about 2 hours south.
Like 2 hours south of Oregon, but north of the San Francisco Bay Area. Not to like permanently reside, but we do have about
we're always dreaming.
7 years. Yeah, we're big dreamers.
When you stop dreaming, that's when you stop pushing hard to do things.
We're about 7 years from being empty nesters. And so we want to plan ahead. It's a lot more difficult for us to do anything now in travel because of our children's schedules. But that will change. Life changes. There's different things. Utah will always be home for us. We've raised our family here.
Oh no.
We grew our business here.
We're gonna have to steal some. I messed up a little. I can fix it. We'll be fine. I didn't pull it over far enough. I put too much lip on the front, thinking I had a lot of extra, and we didn't make it quite around. We're about an inch short.
Thank you. Lori says she loved the candlesticks from yesterday. Caitlin, can you see if those are still available? I don't know that those candlesticks from yesterday sold.
We did a fun milk paint, crackle, chippy finish on
some
those.
areas where the paint's pulling up. I'm just going to pull it off and move on with my life. Second coat it in a minute.
So I'm probably not going to break them out, but just wanted to let you guys know. The last subscription papers of the year and stencils ends on the 13th. It switches over. So you have until the 12th if you want these ones.
The stencils, I have not had time to use them the way that I wanted to. I'll try to remember to use them next week before the end of the month. But the border stencils, even if you don't sign up for the recurring stencil, if you don't have border stencils, you are going to want this month's stencil subscription. They are really good. Really, really good. And borders are something you will kick yourself later for not buying because you will use them on totes. You will use them on drawers. I mean, they're just like super versatile. Especially if you're a thrift flipper, borders come in handy. Oh, they're the brown candlesticks we did yesterday. They're like a set of 2. I can text. I don't have time.
They're from last week's haul.
Or a few weeks ago. I'll text you a picture, Caitlin. I forgot that you aren't on that live video, but I put them in my short that I did yesterday. There we go.
You guys are going to see where I messed up here in a second, where I'm short. I had enough room, and then I forgot and got to chatting and talking.
Yakety yak.
So you're going to get to see me fix it, too.
This is so much better. Remember I told you that it was kind of slimy? We're getting a lot better coverage now. I'm probably still going to have to do 3 coats because I had a slimy first coat.
Do you have scissors out?
So much better. Do I have scissors? No. And I'm going to need scissors and transfers, but I can grab those in a minute.
They must have made their way over here to this drawer.
You know, you got your name on the paint can. You'd think you'd know how to stir it up properly, but even I sometimes do not do things the way that I should. Let me make sure I got all this edge here. Yep, it's going to need a third coat. That's all right. Okay, there we go. If you're short, how do you fix that?
I'm going to use a piece from the other side of this.
Oh, I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, well, I've been shortish my whole life. I get a stool. I realized now
you're going to get to see in just a moment. Stay tuned. I'm working my way over there.
Although I'm actually the average woman because I'm almost 5'6", and I didn't realize that. I'm
She's been telling people she was 5'4" for years because that's the last time the doctor measured her.
Turns out I'm 5'5.5". So if you round up, I'm 5'6", which is the average woman. So I'm actually really not that short. I'm just short compared to like my husband's family. My family, I'm the second tallest. So Zeb's family, they're just giant. They're so tall over there. The women, the men, they're just very, very large. And they like to talk about how small I am, how little my feet are. I'm like, really not. Pretty average. I wear a size 8 in a shoe, sometimes 7.5, which I feel like is pretty average shoe.
You wore a 6 when I met you, but all those kids widened your feet out.
Ginormous children I gave birth to. I was like a 6.5. You're short because Zeb is tall. Yeah. Sometimes people don't realize it. I've actually had people tell me you're much smaller in real life. I'm like, how big do I look on camera? Do I have that like 5'8" energy on camera?
Maybe.
I also have a really round face, so I look thicker than I am. As I get older, I'm losing volume in my face, but when I was younger, I had a really round face.
I'm just holding the top of this so that it doesn't knock over because I'm having to.
How tall is Zeb? He's 6'2". Almost. I feel like you're just shy of 6'2".
Listen, it's like the football roster. Extra 10 pounds and extra inch.
Yes. if you don't know what we're talking about, the football roster, you need to deduct 5 to 10 pounds and an inch.
Like I look at the roster, I'm like, I know I'm taller than that kid, and he's listed taller than me.
These boys come in our house and swim in the pool and eat our food. We have seen the football boys. We know exactly how tall they are. Eliza has a lot of friends.
And when I see the weight they have listed, I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah. All right, let's get to some transfers here while those dry.
In a world of everyone wants to be smaller, the football boys are all trying to be bigger.
So valid. Were my babies big? They were all between 8 and 9 pounds.
I'd say
Eliza was just under 8.
Decent.
Redrick, and I guess 9 pounds. Average babies are what, 6, 7 pounds, and mine were 8 to 9. And Redrick was 9 pounds with a 15-inch head.
They were all pretty long, even Eliza. They were all.
Eliza looked like a chicken.
They were all over 20 inches.
She was 22 inches or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was born a few weeks early.
It was only a week.
No, it was a couple weeks.
Was it 2 weeks?
Yeah. I got the doctor to induce
Jamie was like, I am done being pregnant. Induce
I know there's a lot of really mixed opinions about that, but I had a struggle in that pregnancy and I was done. And she was just fine. Yeah, Caitlin's oldest, Spencer, is getting pretty tall. He's probably as tall, if not taller than Jack, and he was always a little bit shorter, but he is filling out. Okay, so probably not going to use, I got new transfers. Are you guys proud? I kept saying I was gonna. Probably not going to do these because these are more like vertical style and I need a horizontal design here.
Normally I would suggest not heat gunning your decoupage, but we're going to do it.
I think I'm going to distress the edge of this. It's really not about the weight so much as if it's evenly distributed. Odelia was short and chunky, and all my kids had between 14 and 3/4 and 15-inch heads. Those are big heads. But I didn't have any problems delivering any of my children. They all just.
Well, Jack was upside down.
The doctor went in, flipped him, and he came right out, no problem. I didn't even break a sweat. When you have so many kids, when you get to kid number 5, you're like, did I even push? They just fell out. But not everybody's deliveries are that way. Mine, I just had really easy deliveries.
I got a sister that's 5'10". She's a big girl. She's bigger than a lot of men. And she has super hard,
she has
30
to have
hours
C-sections.
of labor and has to have C-sections.
All right. Also, I may not look like it, but I am wicked strong. So when it comes to pushing, it's like crap or get off the pot.
It's all that furniture moving and house building we've done.
I am getting those kids out of me. Zeb's like, I was never more impressed than when I saw you give birth. The doctors were always really surprised too. Harrington, because while we're on the subject of childbirth, Harrington, they told me not to start pushing until 2. The doctor got there at 2:30 and Harrington was already 15 minutes old. And he's like, I told you not to have her start pushing till 2. And she's like, I did.
Well, she threw up during a contraction.
I puked and he like shot out. So I only pushed one time with my first child. So I guess I don't have an accurate representation of what labor might be like for the general population. And I had epidurals, so it should have actually been harder for me to like know how to push, but non-issue. Okay.
Well, I think it was because you threw up. Like your body just
yeah, but even my other children
pushed him out.
With Redrick, there was some lady screaming in another room, and I had an epidural, and I told the doctor, I was like, go in and help her out. Come back, and we'll get Redrick out. So he went and delivered that other woman, came back in 20 minutes. And then it's funny because I had been telling the doctor that Redrick was huge. He was my largest baby. And he goes, no, it's just because it's your 4th. I'm like, dude, I can't walk. He didn't want to induce me. I'm like, I cannot walk. You've got to get this kid out. So he finally induced me. It's Arizona. They don't listen to women as much over there. Utah, you tell them what's up. They're baby factories over here. They do it right. But in Arizona, not so much. And so I had to beg him to induce me on my actual due date. And then when he came out, because I just pushed and he came out, didn't tear anything, his face was like, oh, and I thought, there's something wrong with my child because look at the face that doctor's making. He goes, this kid is huge. Like he was astonished. I was like, dude, I told you that the kid was giant. He also didn't want to break my water. And I was like, I promise you, if you break my water, I'll have a kid in an hour. And he finally listened to me. I made him think it was his idea. And out Redrick came. Every single one of my childbirths was the same, except for Jack was the wrong direction, but as soon as the doctor flipped him, he came right out. I don't know if Dr. Jones is still delivering babies here in Utah, but with Redrick, I was so irritated that they wouldn't induce me. I almost told Zeb, take me back. I don't want to be with Dr. Ohanessian anymore. And I wound up having him in Arizona. But Dr. Jones in Utah is bomb. He's the one that told me that if I had a fine pregnancy and the baby was okay, I didn't have to be checked at night and I could actually just sleep. And in Utah, they didn't have a problem with me refusing to be checked. But when I told them that in Arizona, they about lost their minds. I'm going to show you guys this once I get the transfer on here. This is actually really cute.
I'm also almost done heat gumming.
Okay.
Now that we've gone over all the miracles of birth.
Oh, you had Dr. Ohanessian say, well, I'm glad Dr. Ohanessian saved you and Spencer. Yes, I did have him with Redrick. He
wasn't a bad doctor.
He wasn't a bad doctor.
He just wasn't doing everything Jamie wanted him to do.
I'm like, it was my 4th child. I knew what the heck was going on. He's probably very cautious and smart.
And if you guys have been around on the channel for any length of time, you know Jamie over-researches everything. So like when she goes into something, she knows all the things and the contingencies and what to do.
Well, I didn't with Harrington. I should have been more forceful.
Well, the internet was new then.
Yeah,
too.
But by the time I had Redrick, I knew what was going on and I knew my body. And I feel like women's bodies typically perform, as long as like the variables are fairly similar, to bodies typically perform the same way. you know, and yeah, so it's fine. Listen, I'm an expert on how I give birth to babies by child number 4. You, my friend, this is your first time you've ever delivered me. Yeah, I'm sure those doctors just love me. Sometimes I've gone into doctors, like especially when my dad lived with us, and I would tell them what I needed them to do.
Tells them like,
they're like, "Oh, that's actually a really good idea."
They're like, look, she's like, look, this is all the things. This is what we've been through with other doctors. This is what I want you to check. I'm not rude, but sometimes I feel like because doctors have to deal with so many different things, the nuances of a specific case sometimes are hard to like work with. So I like doctors that will actually listen to you. Well, and everyone's an internet doctor these days,
like,
so I think doctors they're like tired of like patients coming in and telling them what's up.
Well, I think that the doctors can tell, and sometimes the doctor's like, "Oh no, you read that, but that doesn't pertain to this." And I will listen to them. They did go to medical school. I went to the school of Google, and I used to watch Grey's Anatomy. So
I do not think that counts.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100% sure.
All right, I'm going to show you guys this. So I have not used this one in forever. Lover of Flowers. I want to show you how cute this is. I cut it apart so that way it would like format better for my tray. It does have some texture on it. Can they see this? Yeah.
Yep.
And I am going to distress the edge to bring out a little bit of that silver color, and then it's going to get dark wax. But do we have 220 sandpaper out?
I don't think we have any sandpaper out. All right, so I have this little strip that I ripped off. It's got this natural wet cut edge. You see how it's not straight? I'm going to put this on the opposite side. Let me show you this book. It's looking pretty good. We got some crinkles and wrinkles, which I wrinkled the paper all up. We do have some white showing through where the paper tore a little bit when I was cutting that edge. We're going to dark wax this when we're all done. This is where that tear was. That had a hole in the paper. Can't even really tell. It's like no big deal. And as this it's still a little damp, I can feel that it's cool to the touch and wet in a couple places. It's dry enough I can set it on the counter. It's not going to stick. But as this dries, it'll continue to suck down to the book box or whatever you're decoupaging. And if I hadn't put these wrinkles in, a lot of these wrinkles would go away and just be like really nice and smooth. And if it doesn't, you can come over with an iron and do that. But so I cut this strip. We're going to run this down along the edge and kind of try to mix up some of the things. And I'm going to have a little bit of edge that shows, but I think I'm just going to dark wax that and you won't even know.
Lori says that's lovely. If you can't hear sound, Deb, well, I guess you can't hear me say this, but you might want to pop out and pop back in. Gypsy loves the pastoral. And then Nadine said she asked them to put the doctorate baby back in. Then she had 3 more babies and she lost a baby. I'm sorry. Losing a child, that is just the hardest thing. And somebody asked how big Radrick was. So he was 9 pounds. He had a 15-inch head and he was 22 inches long. And he looked just like Zeb's dad.
Like exactly like him. In fact, Jamie was like, he's not done cooking. Put him back in. Because he looked like my dad when he was like in his 50s.
Yeah, he looked like an old man. He's a very handsome boy now, but he definitely looked like an old man at birth. And he definitely has an old soul. Like if Frederick don't want to do something, he ain't gonna do it. So I'm just lightly distressing, bringing back some of the silver, and also the primer is white. So I'm getting like a 2-tone white on that, and I actually love that. So that's looking good. And then I'm just gonna come back in with dark wax. And because this already has the built-in sealer on the crockery, then I don't have to put a clear wax. I might use clear wax to help lift some of the dark wax if it gets a little too much. Kind of like an eraser, but let me get this. Actually, what I might do is clear wax the center and dark wax the edge and then blend it. Lori says that is a huge baby, especially for little us. I mean, my first baby was 8 pounds, 4 ounces. So I had big babies before. Jack was almost 9 pounds. He was like 8.5 or something.
He was 8'14". Oh. 8'16" is 9 pounds.
Okay, he was a big kid too. And then Eliza and Jack. Now, so we're talking about weights. My babies also get very big. So all my babies were at least 20 pounds by 6 months. Arrington was 20 pounds at 4 months, but he was formula fed. But Jack and Eliza were 28 pounds at a year. They were huge. And all my kids get a full mouth of teeth by a year too. So they kind of look like little vampire babies. They're
Well,
cute.
Eliza was so chubby, like when she smiled, you couldn't see her eyes because it would just like close her eyes because her cheeks were so big.
She was also very bald. Like Eliza at 18 months still had newborn hair, and Odelia at 2 years old had hair halfway down her back. Kids are just funny. All right.
Okay, so here's that edge where I added that, and we're gonna dark wax and do some things on here. I might clear wax it first because I don't want it's already kind of a dark picture. I just want it to kind of catch and age some of the places. And it's not gonna be like a perfect
Do you have
match.
the clear wax out, sweetie?
No, can you get the dark or the clear? You have dark over here.
Yeah, I got clear.
I don't know if we have the clear wax brush either.
I do.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
My babies were really pretty. Like when Odelia was little, we would go to the mall and people would stop us and be like, that is the most beautiful baby. She was a pretty baby. Okay, I'm going to use dark wax up on this seashell. I want to get it in all
I don't have high
cracks.
hopes of getting this primer off with a damp cloth, but it is pretty fresh. So let me see if I can get it off here.
Look what you did.
Oh, yep.
Oh, this is not dark wax. It's black wax.
Uh-oh.
You might have to get dark if that's what you want.
I do want dark.
Yeah. Zeb's sister, Maddie, though, her babies are like 10-pound babies.
Yeah, she's
also 5 foot.
She's 5'10".
5'10".
She might be 5'11" on a good day. I don't know. I haven't measured her ever. I just kind of size her up when she's standing next to me in pictures and stuff.
So I'm going back over this a little bit with clear wax to kind of like pull off some of the wax.
My mom is tall. It took me. I always like to joke with the kids. I'm like, well, you didn't have to work very hard to be taller than your mom. It took me till I was 14 to get taller than my mom.
My boards are taller than me at 12. We'll see if Jack keeps that up because he's kind of the small. I didn't say smaller, but he's like more average.
And my sister Kate,
than my other boys.
She claims to be 5'11". I'd be shocked if she wasn't over 6 feet tall.
I forget
she's
how
one of
tall
those people who is like, she's not on the football team and she would rather be smaller.
I forget how tall she is until I get around her and then I'm like, oh man, I am short. All right, here we go. Here's my little tray. I think it turned out super cute. I'm going to do the other one similarly.
So as my side of the family goes, I'm actually short.
Maybe I'll put gold wax
for guys. I have a lot of cousins that are like 6'5", 6'6", 6'8".
Well,
my brother is 6'5".
Your mother waited till after we were married to tell me that her babies had big heads. I was like, that should have been a question I asked from the beginning.
Would it have changed anything?
No, I would have still married you. All right, I'm going to add a little gold to this seashell. I know it was gold before, but not like this. Okay, just a little shimmer. You're not going to be able to see that on camera. But...
All right, I got most of that paint my mess off. I can't decoupage, or I can't wax this yet. It's still damp. Let's see if the heat gun will help it.
So cute.
We got about 10 minutes. We started a little late,
wow.
So I'm going to try to show you some wax on here.
I am not being fast. We might just go a little late because I want to.
Well, we started late. We
have to get this done.
We're about 5-6 minutes late.
Like it's sold.
Oh, okay.
If Caitlin has to go somewhere, she can. We were going to film for tomorrow's video today, but
we got a leak in the basement. Man. Something with the condensation pump on the heater / AC unit is leaking all in the basement. It's like all wet in the floor there. I got to figure that out. We got a bunch of boxes that it's gotten wet.
So
and then there's also, we had some cardboard taped over the window where in the basement, there's only one window and anyway, the cardboard is like pushed open and it's let a bunch of leaves and dirt and water in there. So this last storm. So I'm going to actually go get a window and fix it, right? just things that these are things that have the condensation pump is new, but the window, Harrington put that cardboard in there when we were still doing construction on the demo part of the shop.
So Seb's gonna be doing that. I'm actually gonna physically go to the grocery store. I usually order my groceries, but since he's gonna do that, I'm gonna go to Costco. And I got to get the England stuff listed. We are back to listing every day at 4 o'clock. So if you've been watching for more England stuff, I will get that done first before I go to Costco.
Yeah, we probably got another week and a half or two of listing stuff, and then we'll be done.
I would say we'll be done by the end of the week.
Oh, are you going to go for it?
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to keep working until I get it done.
So you guys can see that line on camera there. It's not really very noticeable. Do I wish that I had stretched it out and done it right? Yes, but sometimes, mistakes happen. Things aren't always how you want them. You just pivot, and I'm not throwing this whole piece out or redoing the front of the decoupage, which this is mostly going to be on its back. It might be occasionally on its side, but this is the side you're going to see with the cows. Can you guys even see that? There we go. That's the side of the book box you're going to see. And honestly, it'll probably sit flat like a riser or something on a coffee table. Here, I'll show you the line up close too.
Kaylin says she has nothing to do till after the kids get home from school. So she's multitasking while she's listing. So we're good to go. Caitlin has 2 of the cutest boys. I might be biased. They're my nephews.
All right. That's on there good. It's still a little tacky, like my finger wants to stick when I try to pull it across, but I think we can wax. I'm just going to do a light coat of clear wax. Here we go.
Caitlin is going to be out of town, so make sure you're watching her email response, because while she's gone, I don't know if she's going to want us to check her email or what. We probably will, but we're not as good as she is. We'll do our best.
So I'm just clear waxing it because when I dark wax, I don't want it to get real muddy on the picture. Because this sealer is a little more matte on the liquid patina. And so you got to do quite a few coats if you don't want the wax to soak down in.
I did not get my paintings from Customs yet. When I called DHL actually yesterday, they said that the U.S. government is now saying that it can be up to 90 days. They are checking. The box still is in Customs. And I didn't do anything wrong. It just, they randomly chose it for inspection. And so it's just got to wait its turn to get through inspection. And that does happen because we do have people say, well, my box got stuck in Customs and that happens to everybody. Like, that's one of the risks you take when you shop internationally. That's why when people ask me about it, I'm like, listen, shipping internationally is not for the weak. You always risk stuff getting lost, stuff never coming through. Like, it
or they
does
don't
happen.
like the way you did your paperwork in Customs.
Yeah,
and they just...
if they sent it back to the person, the address that we shipped from, that person would hold it for us because we know the place where we stayed. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. I could try to reship again. Just as long as they didn't like chuck the box. But I am staying in touch with DHL, and it's mostly just my oil paintings that I'm saving for myself.
There's a couple we were planning on selling, and a few that we'll probably enjoy for a little while and then sell them. But there's 2 or 3 in there. I think there's 7 total, maybe 8. But there's 2 or 3 in there that we paid quite a bit for, more than we normally would, just because we liked them and we wanted them for our house.
We haven't tried Would You Bend before, but we have the Iron Orchid Designs mold, so it's really,
that's black.
If we want to mold stuff, it's really unnecessary. We can usually get that to do what we want it to do. We were going to carry Would You Bend for a while, but they have like so many things. I was like, there's a limit to the amount of products that I want to keep in stock and in inventory. Somehow I got way more black wax on this than I wanted. So we're going to wipe it off, and then we're going to come back with clear wax.
All right, I think I'm just going to do the edges on this. Light.
And you don't have to use paper towels. You can use lint-free rags. It just, wax is a pain in the butt to wash off with stuff, so. And I realize it's not great for the environment, but also I'm remaking stuff that was going to go in the garbage. So we just take our lots where we can. Okay. Now. One of the things I do suggest when you are using a dark wax is just make sure you don't have any weird smears, right? Because it can happen. So always go over your piece. And if it's really not cooperating, you can use clear wax like an eraser. It won't take it all the way off. But in this case where I had used the Cottage color that has the built-in sealer, I'm good. And these are all sealed up just fine with the clear wax. So here's this one. I think the same person bought both of these, so I think they're gonna.
All right, got my wax on the edges. We do not want that line, so we're just gonna feather it in.
You guys can see.
That's the thing about wax. Don't just. Well, let me show you, Jamie.
I was just gonna show these together. I think they turned out good.
Oh no, those really go well together. Same over here. Kind of got a line. I'm just gonna feather that in. I want it to look aged, not like I just smeared brown on it.
Yeah, nobody wants brown smears. All right, I'm going to circle back to this. I guess we're not getting those candlesticks done on this live video. If they sold, then we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll get them.
Get them in.
Then I wiped more off than I wanted to, so now I'm coming back on this edge that we'll just leave it. I won't wipe that back until that cures up. And then right here, where'd the clear wax go? Did you take it again?
All my children were induced, since we're still talking about labor in the chit chat. Inductions, going into labor naturally, I think might be a little easier. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I have zero things compared to, and everybody's bodies are so different. But the nice thing is every single one of my children were scheduled. I didn't like randomly go into labor. We had it scheduled. We had a babysitter. We went in. We had the baby. It was nice.
All right.
Good. Oh, sorry.
This is pretty well done.
No, I like that. Gypsy said she got the jewelry box, and even her husband said that it was cute. Oh, Deborah got the book box. Yay. That's fun. And I think it looks, look at the inside still. I feel like goes with the vibe.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not going to mess with the inside.
I feel like if you painted the inside, it'd be a mess. The Lazy Susan is available. All right. I'm going to get another coat. I'm going to do 3 coats because the first one didn't have enough mix here.
Okay. We're calling that finished.
All right,
Let it
perfect.
dry and cure up.
Can you get a coat of weathered wood on those bunnies?
Yes. Hold on, let me throw this in a.
And if the candles did sell, I can just go ahead and like do them in between stuff today. Just get a base coat on, then go to Costco, come back to a second coat. Yeah, Caitlin is going to be gone the 13th through the 17th. They're going to Disneyland for Christmas. That's only 4 days. It's actually not a long vacation.
No, and it's over the weekend, isn't it?
I think so.
Weathered wood. Do you have it out? Oh, it's right
yes,
here.
I grabbed it for you.
Did we get all the brushes dirty?
What?
I'm just going to grab a new brush.
Probably.
All right, so these bunnies, they got like this iridescent, I don't know. They're going to be really cute painted.
Yeah. They're being more sophisticated.
So weathered wood, this is the DIY clay paint. No built-in sealer on this one.
Oh, Caitlin's going to be gone Saturday through Wednesday, so we have some things to do. Yeah, Monday through Wednesday.
We'll have to make sure.
I'll put you in charge of emails. You love emails.
We'll have to make sure Odelia is set up to.
Yeah, Caitlin's
send all the texts.
Film herself this week, so Odelia will have a refresher because she'll handle that live. You know the term, you don't know what you got till it's gone? Kayla needs to go away every now and then, so that way we appreciate her even more than we already do.
Oh, I know what we got.
Once I paint these are for decor. Like you can put stuff on them, but you can't they're not food grade. They're not something you can scrub, you know. These are for looksies, for cutesies.
I mean, you could probably use them for throwing some
muffins,
stuff,
but I'm not saying they're food safe. We have done resin in the past, and maybe when we circle back to summer and it's not winter and we're stuck inside, we could do some resin projects that are food safe again. All right, I'm gonna let that air dry a little bit, and then I'll circle back to that.
So this is pretty much one coat coverage. I might have to do a little touch up. I'm thinking I'm gonna white wax these and make them look like stone. We haven't done the stone white wax trick for a while. I did do one piece last week or the week before when we were leaving, but I don't think we even showed it. It was
no, I thought these would look great if they looked like cement. That was kind of my plan. Yeah, so Delia you should expect some cottage videos. They'll probably be up on the Jamie and Zeb, but we're kind of in a hurry, so it's going to be a montage. It's not going to be like when we built the house. This filming does make it take longer.
What we will show you is all the
pretty
cutesy
stuff, yeah, like the decorating
stuff.
and.
You've already seen me putting in the ceiling. I still have like 4 panels to do, and then we'll probably show you, you know, a time lapse of putting the floor in. We have some nice laminate flooring that's going to go in that looks like wood. We got from Costco. Like it's almost been 3 years ago now. It was on sale at Costco, and we picked it up thinking we were going to use it.
It's been 3 years. It's been 2.
It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Luckily, it doesn't go bad.
They always tell you got to leave it in the room to get it acclimated.
It's not real wood, so it doesn't matter.
Well, even laminate, I think you have to do that with, and we just really needed to get it acclimated. You can't rush perfection.
It's acclimated to 40 degrees where I keep the heater at so the pipes don't freeze.
I feel like, you know that movie Failure to Launch? I feel like the Cottage is us. Like we were failure to launch on that Cottage.
It's about to happen though. If other things would stop breaking, I got to go fix the shop.
Yeah, he was going to start Friday, but we may still start, but we'll see.
I think we can. I can at least go get the ceiling knocked out and insulate the top of that again so that it's energy efficient. We have some things on the list here too. My mother has a couple of things that need to be done. Oh yeah, I didn't even know her sink was like that. Like the screw broke on the bottom of the faucet and it's like tilting out. I'm like, how did that even happen? I'm like, that's why I bought her a new sink initially, and then we need to fix Redrick's window. But that's not like a whole day. So Eliza was locked out of the house, threw rocks at Redrick's window to wake him up, and broke it. I'm like, what did you think was going to happen when you threw rocks at the window? This isn't the movies. You got the boyfriend that's like throwing pebbles at the window. And somebody that was so sad, they're like, I thought the cottage was going to be an Airbnb. I'm like, me too, but it took too long, and now we got a kid that needs to live in it. When Odelia was still in college, or not I mean, we'll see how long she lives there. Like, yeah, but then Eliza, she may meet a guy and be married in the next little bit, and who knows if he's going to want to live there with her, you know. Well, with the price of real estate. But Eliza wants to use it for a nail. If he's smart, he'll be like, yeah, that's super cheap. Let's do that. Because we do make our kids pay. Like, they got to cover their utilities. I don't think it does them any favors to not learn how to budget and manage a household and just give them everything. So, well, it is zoned. She's going to have bills. It is zoned mixed use. So, and it has 2 entrances, and she's going to nail tech school. So she could actually run a nail tech business out of the front room and then live in the back room because it's got separate entrances. And it is a commercial property. Like, she can do commercial business out of there. So there you have it. Let's figure out what transfer I want to put on this. I can probably use the seed catalog.
says,
All right, we got a couple little spots, little touch-ups, but just like that, these little bunnies are no longer shiny and
I like that
pink
one.
and I don't even know how to describe them. They look like a seashell.
I love the grids because I can see that I have like the same stuff on all the sides, and then I know that I'm centered. Makes my life so much easier. So this is from Seed Catalog. We've been sold out of this for forever, and so
We got them now.
Now we have it back in stock. And you took all of these out of inventory, yes?
Yes, they're all out. Everything I grabbed this morning.
We do have, I believe, all the Iron Orchid
guess it was
designs that
yesterday
Caitlin ordered for the sale, so we should be able to ship that out. The only thing that might delay is the milk paint, but I am picking up a huge order of milk paint on Thursday. I'm going to meet Sasha. That's a nice thing about the fact that the milk paint is made in Utah. If need be, we can meet the manufacturer. She lives probably, what, an hour and a half from here?
An hour.
An hour, depending on traffic, but we can meet her in Salt Lake when she does pottery on Thursdays and pick up paint. And it reduces shipping time. And they don't have to pack it so precious, especially like the oil waxes and things that are a pain. It will be convenient to have a nail tech in the family. She actually doesn't do my nails now, even though she knows how to do nails, just because I'm really particular about my nails.
She needs to go to school and like get really good at like buffing the nails, like
Yeah,
taking the acrylic off. And
I don't have a, well, she'll learn how to do
whatever.
acrylic. Mine are just gel polish.
The gel polish.
I do hard gel, and then I keep them very
and she's
short.
pretty good at doing it on herself, but you know it's different when you're doing it on someone else. So we're gonna send her to school. I told her I'd help her get through school doing that, and then she can do that like part-time or full-time if she wants while she finishes college. That'll help her subsidize her budget, because you can actually, if you stay busy as a nail tech, you can make some good money.
Yeah, I tried to do just gel polish instead of hard gel, but I don't live that kind of life. I got to have the extra. But it hasn't been too difficult to keep my nails done. It is difficult to like make the appointments and keep them, but I usually just schedule same day and get in there when Zeb's doing other things.
All right. So just a couple little touch-ups where I had some light spots, but that's done now. We're going to get some white wax on this, and this will be finished just that quick. If you weren't in a hurry, you could just let it air dry and come back to it in an hour or so. And we don't have white wax out, do we?
Nope.
We get all the waxes out. You got the black, the dark, the white, clear. All right, white wax. So it comes in the same, looks the same as all the other waxes. And then we just keep a stencil brush on hand, the 1 1/4. It works really well. And just a little dip there. And this is warm from heat gunning it, so it's going to go on kind of schmeary, and then I'm going to wipe it back.
The other thing I like about having a daily at the cottage is we already pay for 24-hour surveillance for the cottage. And so pretty safe situation there. Plus we've got Richard and Angie that live right next door, and makes me feel better about her being on her own. And we're there a lot, so it's helpful.
She's 20. She's ready to be out on her own.
I know, but there's people are weird, and I like to know things are done a certain way. Our surveillance company is on it.
I don't know. Can they even see me holding this here? Or my hand's just in the way?
What? Oh, no, they can see what you're doing. I love garden sage with transfers. It's just a really good combo. But I mixed it up today because I used some crockery too. Light distressing.
Is that from Lover of Flowers or
no? This is from
catalog?
the seed catalog.
That's one of my favorites.
I know. I've been sad that I haven't been able to
I
use
sent
it.
a picture to my sister. I got a heirloom seed catalog that's rare seeds, and I'm like, look what just came in. It came in while we were gone in Arizona, and she was super pumped about that because she is.
She likes to garden.
She loves the garden, but she has a difficult time growing, and she's in Tucson, and sometimes it gets so hot, her stuff just dies.
And she doesn't have the soil.
Yeah.
It costs quite a bit to amend the soil. I will flip this over and paint the bottom. All right, just getting clear wax. Where's my clear wax brush? You could also seal this with a liquid sealer with a built-in top coat, like the top final finishes. But I'm going clear wax. It's the sealer of the day.
Okay, so those guys are pretty well done. You could leave them like that. I got the white wax pretty even on them, but we're just going to brush across and get some of the high spots. Wipe back some of that white wax and bring back some of that weathered wood. But they're looking like cement. Depending on how long you let it cure, you might wipe some of this back all the way to the paint because the wax can activate it if you push hard, like I was pushing hard to get in the cracks.
When do we have more colors coming? We do not have any coming anytime soon. Milk paint will probably have the beginning of the year. I just got to work with Sasha and get those. But cottage color, I would hold your breath.
Debbie's very busy right now. She just switched shops. She got a lot of stuff going on right now. All right, I like it.
All right, guys, I think we could call it. I'm going to do something similar on this tray, but you guys get the program. You want to give them one last peek at all the projects that are finished?
Oh, sure.
I like to show them off.
Just throw stuff at me.
You're going to need to buff that.
You got some dark wax on there. Or weathered wood. It's fine. Yeah, we'll get it afterwards.
All right. There we go. Well, it goes with the theme. That just literally slipped right out of my hand. Okay.
All right. I don't know. Okay. I think
can they see it?
Yeah, you got to go check on the camera.
Okay.
Where are your other little trays that you did?
They're
right here. You completely, I didn't even recognize them. You painted them in the crockery.
Remember that one time I melted a paintbrush? The Winter Song transfer, I think that one is, Caitlin, is that one that they've discontinued? I think it is. If Winter Song has been discontinued, yeah.
If you can't find it on our website, YOD no longer carries it or supports it, and we are out.
All right, guys. If you need paint products, visit JamieRayVintage.com. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
We'll see you guys on the next episode. Yes, Winter Song is discontinued, so that is gone forever.